teams that struggled a year ago finished out of the playoffs. They were under 500, but that's what you love about the NFL. A new season brings renewed optimism.
Absolutely, and really, Mike, a lot of new faces at critical places. I mean, there is a lot of new pieces to the puzzle here, both coaching staff and the roster of players. They believe last year is over. They do not think there is any correlation between the squad they're planning to put on the field today and that one that we saw really go through some growing pains and struggles just a year ago.
The return starts from the 5. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Commanders come out with the man they hope leads them into their new era. Jaden Daniels, the number 2 overall pick in this past draft from LSU. Greg, this is the man who won the Heisman Trophy with the Tigers in Baton Rouge a year ago.
And even though he's just a rookie, Mike, I think it's safe to say Jaden Daniels, he is one of the most dynamic athletes that we have in the entire NFL at the quarterback position. And on top of that, he's not a one-dimensional player. Yes, he's going to make splash plays with his feet, and he's going to make some highlight reel plays. But he is a quarterback. He can make every throw. He's got great arm talent. If he can continue to find the balance between those two aspects, he's got a chance not to have just success today. He has a chance to have success for a long time in this league.
You get a look there at his numbers on the ground from a week ago. 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. That's taken in. It's Austin Eckler. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal. A short game, down to the 7.
Down in the red zone, designed quarterback runs are a handful for defenses to account for. But in this case, give them credit. Not a lot of room to maneuver here for the quarterback, and they keep it to a short game.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 for 2nd and goal. They'll run it here with Robinson. Stop at the 6, and that sets up 3rd and goal. And goal, it's Daniels. To the end zone, it's intercepted. That's the linebacker, Chris Barnes.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and say there's ever a good time to throw a red zone interception, but in this case, it's the first half. You have the rest of the game to get yourself back down here in the red zone and make up for that miscue, because next time they get down here, they got to be a lot more careful when they decide to air it out.
The Cardinals come out. They're led by their quarterback, Kyler Murray, 1st overall pick in 2019. Wows you with those highlight plays over the years. Off the injury, Greg, the Cardinals quarterback, is once again the exciting Kyler Murray.
A lot of things jump off the tape when you watch last week, Mike, but it was really just the overall execution of the game plan that stuck out the most. I mean, not only did he get them in the end zone a handful of times, he protected the ball, and he routinely exploited the weaknesses that they found during the week on film. He's going to be looking to do the same thing over these next 4 quarters. If he's successful, they're going to have a shot to leave here with another win.
Here's 2nd and 9. Now it's Murray. He'll get it into the hands of Zay Jones. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for this with Connor. This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. 4th down coming up. The Cardinals lining up for punt. The Commanders have Jamison Crowder ready to return. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. Austin Eckler and the rest of the Commanders offense back out onto the field. And he's been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers here in the first half. This defense is going to need to find a way to key in on him because he's eating them up right now. They'll run to begin the drive with Eckler. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
Nice run there by Eckler, and he continues to be a productive back here in his 8th season in the NFL, and it's one of the main reasons why the Commanders targeted him back in March.
Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
So after 2 straight incompletions, here's 3rd and 10. And that is incomplete. Don Dotson was the intended receiver there. And it's going to lead to 4th down. And no run back here. Fair catch taken at the 17-yard line. The Cardinals offense ready to take over for their 2nd possession. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Murray. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. That is Jonathan Allen, the big defensive tackle, in there for the sack. 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Murray. Now, look out. That ball is free in the end zone. The defense has it. And that's going to be scooped up in the end zone. A fumble recovery for touchdown. Well, we know this defense was #1 ranked overall coming into the game, and they are just adding to it with the performance here in the first half. And this time, Greg, they put 6 points on the board with the fumble return for touchdown.
Yeah, and Mike, you know, when we talk about...
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. To return is Greg Dortch. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Out comes the Arizona offense. They get ready for their next possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. Working out of the gun, Murray. He'll look middle and finds McBride as tight end.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
And this will be a Cardinals 1st down. Good running. Gets him to about the 44.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the 1st down.
They'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. They'll go right back to Connor. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
The big guys in the middle of the defense, Mike, the defensive tackles. So often they're asked to do the dirty work. Keep the blockers off the linebackers. Let them run around and make all the plays. But in this case, this guy's able to shed his blocker, make the stop, and keep it to no gain.
Taking off. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the 1st down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
Here's a 2nd and 9.
What?
Out of the gun, it's Murray. He's going to keep it himself. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. And a stoppage here for injury. One of the Cardinals shaken up. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Here's 1st and 10.
Down. Set, cut.
Out of the gun, it's Ritter. Now a deep ball toward the end zone. And the Commanders are going to have the ball at their own 18-yard line.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
The drive starts with a carry by Eckler. And a nice run there on 1st down, getting 8. Setting up 2nd and 2. That one tossed right to Eckler. And he'll be close to a 1st down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short. Here's 3rd down and a few inches. Now a handoff, the tight end in the running game. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remaining. First half in a 7-0 game. We'll have more from Glendale after this. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. That's into the hands of Zacchaeus. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
They will run the toss here with Eckler. And he's going to take this past the 45, and that's good enough for a 1st down.
Simple play to call, but complex to execute. A toss play is beautiful, Mike, when a team hits it like they just did. We can see why they're a fan in the toss. Healthy gain, and they pick up the 1st down.
So, a pair of 1st downs moves them out to the 47-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. A nice throw by the rookie from LSU, and he's got his team a 1st down.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off. Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. They run it once more with Eckler. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up 3rd down. Just the lone touchdown in that first half of action. 7-0 is our score. As we send you to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman. He's got the EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. More from you and Greg in a moment. But first...
And no rest for the weary. Let's get right back to it. Quarter number 3 set to begin. Just that one touchdown on the board. 7-0 the score as the third quarter begins. Carter on the return. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Cardinals offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. The next drive about to get going. We're going to take a moment here to let you know what's coming up in primetime this week. Starting tonight, it's Sunday Night Football, one of the best games of the opening month of the season. Bills and Ravens from Baltimore, and then another double bill on Monday Night Football as the Titans and Dolphins meet in Miami at 7:30 Eastern. Followed by the Seahawks and Lions 45 minutes later with the kickoff in Detroit at 8:15 Eastern Time. That's a gain of 19 and a very quick first down.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Come on, set, check, pink.
Our run inside. Here's Connor. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
The integrity of the defense, Mike, is based on every defender holding their gap. That's exactly what we saw out of this defensive tackle. Not only did he hold his gap, he's able to shed his block and make the play.
Set, ready. Set.
On 2nd down, it's Ritter. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
He's got his man. It's Harrison. And he will score. Marvin Harris Jr. Touchdown, Arizona. It's his 3rd touchdown on the year. 3rd down. My focus, Greg, was on picking up the first down. Forget that. They go down the field and in the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, and I don't think it was just your focus, Mike. I think in this case, it was the defense's focus. They're so worried about where that first down marker was that they allowed them to get that ball up and over the top for the deep strike touchdown.
Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. Slot receiver, headed right. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. The defense all over this one. They get him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a couple. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Off the play fake, here's Daniels. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Come on, come on.
Now Daniels. Now they'll set up the screen to Eckler. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker. The Commanders about to send this one away as he's on to punt for the 2nd time. And a fair catch is taken. It is just inside the 20-yard line. Here's Marvin Harrison Jr. and the Cardinal offense heading back out onto the field. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. From the shotgun, it's Ritter. That's to the right side. Caught by McBride. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick 1st down.
Ready. Here we go.
Gonna work Connor in the middle here. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. They'll go again here to Connor. And he'll manage to work this forward to the 37. Frankie Luvu there to make the play defensively. Here now, 3rd and 5.
Ready, ready. Ready, go. Ready.
From the gun, it's Ritter. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he's going to have a Cardinals first down as they move the chains on 3rd down. Here's a give up the middle, Connor. That's a short pickup to about the 47. The veteran Bobby Wagner in there on the stop. They face 2nd down and 7. This is a give to Connor, running right.
Penetration is the key to run defense. Stop the running back before he has a chance to get started. That's exactly how it played out here.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. A short one here, caught by McBride. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively, and now decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down? And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds.
At their own 32-yard line.
Let's go now.
From the gun, it's a give to Eckler. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. The motion man here is McClure. And he's going to be out of bounds here on what will wind up being the final play of the 3rd quarter. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
Ready.
Running right up the gut, it's Eckler. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
That's a heck of a run right here, Mike. Tie game, 4th quarter. Everything's on the line. Can you win in the trenches? Can the threat of that run continue to balance off the pass? And that's a big gain there as they try to go take this lead.
Complete.
Well, we all know the running joke, right, Mike? If this guy could catch, he'd be playing offense. And, well, I think that's kind of a joke for the past. These defensive players are incredible these days. That's just too easy. You've got to secure that interception for your defense and get off the field.
And he will take this down close to a 1st down. Pickup of 9. They've got him a yard short of the sticks. They'll try and run for the 1st with Eckler. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. And this one, right down the middle. It's good. And they take the lead here in the 4th quarter.
And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the 4th quarter.
And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line.
At their own 33-yard line.
Shut up.
Now, faking the give. That'll be taken in by Connor. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up third down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
And he's going to have a Cardinals first down. At least it appears that way. He got it maybe by the length of the football.
Here we go, set.
Now the second back taken in the April draft, it's Trey Benson. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
Now this time they'll look to throw. That ball caught. It's Zay Jones. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
At the Commanders' 32-yard line.
It is 2nd down and 5.
Ready. Ready.
They'll drop to throw. That's left side, and that's the tight end, McBride. And he's out of bounds with the first down, so they get a new set of downs, and just as importantly, stop the clock. Back to the air one more time. They'll try to work the screen with Connor. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's 2nd down.
At the 24-yard line.
They'll look to throw yet again. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Ready.
Now 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
Go.
He'll look to throw. He finds his man. It's Dortch. What a pickup. A gain of 18. And it sets up 1st and goal. They'll look to throw again. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied. And they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play. Prater, extra point is good. And the Cardinals are on top. It's 14-10. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. A return now from the 4. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Here comes the Washington offense now. They get set to take over. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Downfield, there's the veteran Ertz. The Commanders will signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll stop it with a little over 30 left in the game. Now Daniels throwing on 1st and 10. There's a throw right side. Going to be incomplete. We'll try again here. 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. That's to the rookie, 2nd-round pick, Ben Sinnott. First time they've looked his way all game long, but he comes through with the grab and a 1st down.
Here we go, set.
Daniels gonna throw again. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Keep it in the air. Here's Daniels. as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down. That is incomplete, so the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it. Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. He's going to air this one out, and that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs. Victory formation, defense powerless to stop. And that should just about